This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce with us on the sidelines. And so off the tip, it's Boston. Right side, White. The three is up. Kept alive. Back to Holiday. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
That's a terrific play and a good sign. This team needs Porzingis to facilitate as well as score the ball.
And the foul on Anthony Davis. That's his first foul of the game. Grant, looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
Here's Holiday. Mavericks with a rebound.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
And there it is for him.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Kick out to Brown. Stolen by Gafford. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. Dallas shooting their first free throw of the contest.
And, you know, there was plenty of blame to go around for that. I mean, it wasn't just one or two guys. I mean, for the most part, the entire team struggled.
One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with Jason Kidd. We talked about some of the challenges that they'll face tonight, not the least of which is defending Jason Tatum. He said the guy plays with so much confidence. He's a great scorer from all three levels. He can go for 40, 50, 60 in a night. We just have to try and make someone else beat us.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him. First team foul. And great job to establish position and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Beyond the arc. Brown, no good. And the foul called on Kristaps Porzingis. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Thompson. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound.
You know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
So it's the Mavericks now, following the bucket by the Celtics. Pass to Porzingis. Good. And Brown gets the assist. And it's all knotted up.
Well, you know, guys, the combination of strength and height for Porzingis allowing him to take on physical defense much better.
Now here's Tatum. For three. The shot no good. From the high post. That one a little long. And here's Brown for three. And the rebound goes to Dallas. To the left side wing. Pass to Thompson. Back to Marshall. Here's Gafford. Second chance shot. That one doesn't go. He's just 2 for 5. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
Yeah, that's a great asset to have, guys. For any team coming down the stretch in close games, You got a guy who's confident and very good at the line. When he steps up there, you feel good about it.
Jacks up a three. Dinwiddie with a rebound.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. Boston trailing. Pass to Hauser. .103 left in the first. Horford with it. No good on the triple.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Unloads from 13. He can't get it to go.
Yikes, how did he miss that? I mean, he makes 9 out of 10 of those.
And that one drops for him.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Here's Marshall. Not enough on that one as it misses. Pass to Pritchard. There's the three. Dinwiddie with a rebound. And Dallas with possession. They trail by 1. Irving. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Hey, the skills of Kyrie are obvious, but what isn't so obvious is his underestimated strength.
Here's Hauser. And that one is stuffed right through. These teams just feeling each other out.
Yeah, I love the spirit out there. Already 6 lead exchanges.
And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. It's the Celtics leading by a point. And we'll bring you this. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
They've done a great job establishing an inside presence. Now that'll open up more options offensively throughout the remainder of the game.
The Celtics with the lead. Pass to Holiday. And now we've got an intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Even when Brown's shooting quickly, he's not rushing. He takes his time with his release.
And if you're looking for identifiable team mascots, Clark, some say the Mavericks champ, the horse, is near the top of the list.
Yeah, he does get after it. Also, the Mavs man. Dallas is rolling out a couple of iconic figures to keep that crowd on fire.
Christie. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Right side, Tatum. And here's Brown for 3. No luck on that one. The Mavericks trailing. Outside Irving. The floater. Oh, the teardrop falls in. Irving's got his second bucket.
Give Irving some room to get it off that little floating jump shot of his, and you'll regret it for sure.
Pass to Lively. And here's Irving. Three-pointer. Knocks down the long J. Irving's got 5 points now this quarter.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Looking at lineups around the league, Grant, seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, B.A. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit.
A young man who has an appetite for greatness, always pushing himself, is Jason Tatum.
Pass to Hauser. to Tatum. Hey, strong move, Tatum.
We know Tatum's got a terrific jumper, but I like when he pounds that paint, too.
Here's Irving. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Grant, we all know how good Kyrie Irving is, but he's especially lethal in the fourth quarter.
And his clutch moments go far beyond his series winner in the 2016 finals. He thrives in high-pressure moments and has done so his whole career.
Oh, a deep 3 from Tatum. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. Tatum's got 7 points.
Tatum's got a nice jump shot. When he's in rhythm, you feel like he's going to make it every time he shoots it.
Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Here's Tatum. Tatum knocks it down. He's locked in right now.
And Jason Tatum was fearless on that finish. Went right through the contact.
And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. He wants to review the game plan. The Mavericks making a switch here. Williams on the wing. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Thompson, that's good.
Even though he does most of his damage along the perimeter, Thompson can also dial it up inside.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Mavericks are looking to contend. Coach Jason Kidd said, we're trying to build a championship team, and it's not easy. Dallas has not talked about that for a long time. So to talk about that, it's pretty cool. To be able to build it takes time. We have the personnel, we have the team. Brian, that's confidence.
Yep, and they're in win-now mode, Allie. Thank you. Three-pointer, Holiday. And the rebound goes to Dallas.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Boston trailing. Right side, Tatum. Pass to Hauser. Here's Pritchard. Now covers. He drains out one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Now here's Irving. Shoots over Horford. And it's Irving missing. Here's Pritchard. They get the rebound.
Boy, he is an absolute load inside. When Horford is aggressive, the defense has problems.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. He misses the free throw. Boston making a switch here. And the second free throw is good. And it's the Mavericks with the ball. Here's Gafford. Horford pulls it in. Holiday surveying the floor. And a miss there on the triple. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Gafford. That shot off. Horford with some nice D. Here's Porzingis.
You know, given his height, it's really tough to affect his shot without fouling. So Porzingis is a tall task for defenders, unintended.
These are his first free throws of the game. Both free throws good from Porzingis.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's the Celtics. They lead by 3. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game. Game that's been a fairly even one. Mavericks trail by 3. You know, when you think about how the Mavs play defense, so much depends on how they defend the point of attack. They've got great rim protection and rotations, but if they aren't stopping penetration, it's tough.
Well, it's a nice sight to see Washington attacking inside, just making the defense violent.
And he makes the first, but misses the second. And Tatum's got the ball here for Boston. That shot is off.
Well, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Lone opportunity.
Here's Washington. Good work defensively by White. Boston on offense. The lead is 2. Outside Holiday. Back to White. There's Tatum with the 3. Tatum drills the 3.
You got to D up Tatum from deep. He's got that kind of range.
Porzingis sets a screen. Here's Brown. Going inside. And it's good. 2 points. And now a 7-point Celtic lead. And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Thompson outside. Outside Irving. From deep. Hauled in by Brown. Boston leading by 7. "90 seconds into the second half now. Can't get it to fall. On the wing, Thompson. Over Holiday. Rebound, Boston.
Coaches loathe empty possessions. You got to be able to hit the easy ones.
And finished off by Tatum.
Tatum clearly putting on a show in this one. Doing it all.
Lively shot is off. And here's Brown. He's got 5. Fires for 3. Washington grabs the miss. Mavericks trail by 9. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Love watching Irving do his work in there. Kyrie's so good and crafty in tight.
You know, Clark, watching Kyrie Irving, he still does things you just can't believe.
His ball handling ability is just remarkable, and his finishing ability surpasses his rush hour handles. And that's saying a ton. He can beat anybody off the dribble. He can make tough shots. He really is one of the elite scorers from the guard position in the history of the NBA. I don't think that's an overstatement. From the angles he finishes, the shots he can make, he's as elite as we've had in the league.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Pass to Holiday. Here's Porzingis. What a finish from Porzingis.
Inside, Porzingis has a lot of advantages. He's stronger than he looks, and we know how tall he is, north of 7 feet, and he's got a super soft touch.
Pass to Marshall. Shoots over Brown. Again, the miss by Dallas. Celtics lead by 7. Here's Holiday. Here he goes.
Well, he's like an eel slipping into the paint through Holiday, glides past the other guys, and gets himself right to the bucket.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. deciding to change it up. 1:31 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Exum. Tries again. Horford pulls it in. Here's Hauser. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Exum attacking. That's in there. Davis with the assist.
Anthony Davis, clearly a team-first guy. He's got special talent, but he's not afraid to share the ball either.
Pass to Shireman. Back to Pritchard. Davis with it. Picked up by Craig. And a slam dunk by Lively.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where one or two possessions can impact the outcome.
Willing passers, unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense.
Horford outside. The shot off that time. Excellent D there from Lively. Sweet little floater. And now just a three-point Celtic lead.
The floater can be a tricky shot, but that's the right choice.
Here's Pritchard. Off target from three-point range. 3 quarters of play and a close one here. Boston out in front, leading by 3. And right after this, we'll bring you the start. Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Here's Tatum. Hey, Tatum getting it done inside.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
Lets it go from the wing. Takes a big high bounce and goes in.
Tell you what, guys, you give him these opportunities, and Dinwiddie with his shoot-first mindset, he's going to fire away.
Brown, no good. Mavericks trail by 3. Here's Dinwiddie. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That one on White.
The versatility of Dinwiddie. Boy, he drives it, passes it, and he can shoulder the scoring load when you need him to.
And both free throws good for Dinwiddie. And so it's Holiday who brings up the ball for the Celtics. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Pass to White. Looking to end this cold spell. Wow, gutsy finish inside by Brown.
Brown taking on all challengers. This kind of fearless approach is what his teammates and coaches love seeing.
Celtics lead by 3. Left side Tatum. From the arc. Rebounded by Marshall. Irving with it. Guarded now by Holiday. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Well, you've got to be careful and skillful in how you guard Irving. I mean, he's really adept at drawing fouls.
The Mavericks making a switch here. Hits both from the stripe. About a minute and a half into the fourth now. Tatum. Tipped. Over to the left wing. Here's Christie. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Nice read by Thompson right there, you know, showing he's more than just a shooter with plays like this.
Pass to White. Up top, Brown. Clock at 6. Here's Tatum. Second shot opportunity. Here's Prosper. Driving to the basket. Off target at the rim. Boston trailing. Here's Tatum. The Mavericks making a switch here.
First team foul. Substitution for your Mavericks. Anthony Davis.
Now Tatum.
P.J.
And Tatum fires one home.
The athletic prowess of Tatum on full display. What a move to the bucket.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks, guys. Jason Kidd had some words for his team over the break. He seems pretty disappointed with the three-point shooting, telling his crew we have to start making more outside shots. I want to see more threes out there. Let's get aggressive. Coach is hoping some big production can make a splash for them.
Allie, thank you. On the wing, Holiday. Back to Tatum. Outside, Brown. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. And it's a 4-point Boston lead.
You expect he's going to find a way to pull through in the clutch.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
Back to Tatum. There's a minute 54 left to the fourth quarter. Misses from close range. Here's Thompson. Deflected.
White doing an excellent job coming up with the block there.
And there's a minute 45 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to Tatum. From downtown. Excellent D there from Davis.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
And they recover it. Here's Exum. Off the left rim and out.
He just couldn't finish the job that time. And too bad, because it was a nice look.
On the wing, Tatum. Lets the three fly. Tatum with another miss. Pass to Davis. And Anthony Davis getting downhill in transition.
AD is the man. Primetime play by a primetime bowler.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. Both teams will make substitutions. Here's Holiday. On the wing, Tatum. Lets it go from deep. It doesn't go for him.
You know, brick after brick after brick. I mean, that's been the story for him this quarter. I mean, he's got to brain it in down the stretch here.
Pass to Washington. Here's Davis. And they're unable to get the tying bucket there. Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, B.A., the clock is theirs to burn. Talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Second team foul.
So it's Boston now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And that's an intentional foul. So the first one drops. And that puts him up 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 6-point ball game.
Making the most of his trip to the line and helping them extend their lead.
Hey, with that length, Porzingis is always a threat to block shots. I mean, when he matches that length with really good energy and awareness, he can be a good defender.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws good, and it's an 8-point ball game. There's 25 seconds left to play in the fourth. Here's Washington. And finished off by Davis! And there's the foul. It'll go on Kyrie Irving. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he'll sit the rest of this one out.
early into his night. But you know what? I don't know that they can come back no matter who's on the court.
Yeah, too bad he fouled out. But this team does have some depth at his position.
And the second of 2 is good. And that makes it a 7-point lead. Dallas calls timeout. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. All right, guys, what do you think?
And time's running short. They just couldn't get over that hump.
You know, maybe working on their 60-second drill, even if it doesn't pay off tonight, maybe for the future.
Here's Washington. Money. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they go to the intentional foul.
Klay Thompson. Third personal foul.
And no good, as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line. And that increases the lead to 6. Here's Gafford. Off target from the wing. And so it's Boston with the W. And they